So this is Sun Xiaoxiao from the Filming East Festival. And perhaps first of all you could just characterize the festival for us, sum it up for us.
Yes, so our festival called 东方电影节 Filming East Festival. The first thing about us is we are old because we started since 2007. That means during the past almost 7 years, we actually experienced like 7 years ago, there was absolutely nothing about the Chinese film exhibition. And then during the past years, we've seen many independent, smaller or bigger exhibition events or independent, small-scale Chinese film festivals. They came and went. Until today, there are many, and the whole situation has been changed a lot. And we are so delighted to see this. So that's the first thing. Another thing is our mission is never changed. This is a brochure to introduce ourselves, and it's to bring the best of the Chinese film industry and filmmaker community to the British audience. We kept this, but what has been changed a lot is we are keeping changing our the way we work. The first year we kind of started from very, very independent, small-scale film festival in Oxford, and then we moved to London. We hired a very big cinema in Odeon, and we've got many films and seminars, and we hosted forum as well. Until last year, we've done the third time film screening events in BFI South Bank, so we got a larger scale, and we also host some Chinese culture-related workshops, like some martial arts workshop about to also showcase the Chinese kung fu films. Until this year, we brought some film production projects back to China. I just came back from Beijing Film Festival. So now we are more or less industry focused. So we are changing that, not because we planned to do this, it's because the whole situation is changing, and we just try to get benefits and try to make ourselves more suitable to offer the best we can. Yeah.
So it sounds like in the last few years you're moving towards more mainstream feature films and more bigger scale production films. Do you want to say a little bit more about why you've sort of moved in that direction? I know you said it's kind of like just how things are happening, but it's also true that there's still plenty of small films being made, so it's an interesting decision to make.
Yeah, it's a bit dramatic because I knew a lot of our audience and old friends, they feel a bit depressed because we are showing more blockbusters, big productions. But actually, at the very beginning, our team, not only myself, but the other core members in our team, we aim to show the independent films, especially the documentaries, because we believe that's the most attractive bit of Chinese film industry. But later on, when we learn more about the industry and when we look the whole picture of the Chinese film and film production, I think we've got more in-depth knowledge of it, and I think if we only focus on some very just a part of it, that's actually we do think the audience they are expecting more, because for them the good production films, the high quality films, no matter it's independent or with a bigger budget, it's no difference. So we decided to show only the best quality films. And also another feature of our festival is we do have different unit, or say we will not only show the fictions, but also documentaries and even children's films and animations. But it depends on our our partners and our venue sponsors. For example, in BFS South Bank, we do show the big films, but when we like 2 years ago in King's College, we've shown a low budget film, but very interesting. It's about traditional Chinese medicine. And in some, in like Oxford, we show the film, the documentaries in particular to the students there. So it's, you can see we're doing a lot and cover different areas about Chinese films.
So it sounds like, just to digress for a moment, that you're doing. Do you still do an annual event, or now it's a number of different screenings? I remember when you started, it was very much an annual event.
Yes.
So do you still have that as the core activity?
To be honest, no, because as Chris just said, at the very beginning we do have it's like an annual event with a start date and end date, like the Vision Festival today. But now I would say we are more or less like a creative agency. We are trying to bring as much as we can. For example, during the Chinese New Year's period, we can get a good venue in some major film venues in London. So we have a special screening event at that time. But traditionally, we do our tour exhibition in England region during October, November. We still do this, but that's happened in different smaller cities and towns, including Oxford. So that's in October. And sometimes, for example, in the Olympic year, we have an Olympic special screening, so that's in July. We try to make a plan in good advance, but sometimes it really depends. So we are very flexible. Sometimes it also depends on our budget, and if we can get a one-off money for some specially designed events, then we can do that too.
Okay, so the next question is, how do you fund yourselves?
Oh, that's the difficult part. And as Stephen just mentioned, same thing. We started from private sector and a little bit money from UK Film Council when it still exists. Now it's BFI and Screen Source, different organizations. But as you can imagine, the social funding always very small and it couldn't cover anything. So basically, most of our fundings are from private sector. So we are really struggling. That's why we are, sometimes we do some commercial events. For example, we host some premiere events for some Chinese films, and we make money that way, and then use that money to do the other exhibitions. Yeah. Okay.
And what do you think has been the greatest success of the festival so far, or the organisation so far?
Well, obviously it's not in the commercial side, but I would say, first of all, it's been 7 years. So for a thing or an organization could have this long history, then there's a reason. So that's I really appreciate our teamwork, and our team, we're now doing a lot of different things, and we appreciate that. And second thing is we do learn a lot about the Chinese films, in the market for the Chinese films, and also especially the mainstream audience, British mainstream audience, their view of the Chinese films. We can learn what has been changed during the years. That's really, really interesting. And for us, we can learn a lot from it. And personally, I think, I don't know. It's maybe because I'm always in the industry, and now even like producing and directing films with British film talents. And I think with my Chinese background and organizing the charitable events, Film East Festival, I've learned a lot. So it's not only about the Western or Eastern film culture, but all comes together as one idea. It's really very interesting to me.
Okay, and one final question. Did the festival have a certain target audience when it began? And has that target audience remained the same, or has it changed?
In the first year, we, same as Stephen, we want to get more and more people, no matter what are they, what were they. We hope as much as audience we could attract it. That's great. But the first year we do got more from the academic side, and in 2008 we got a wider audience group, the general audience, especially people based in London, because we show films in the cinemas, commercial cinemas here. And then we got registered members online, and it's a big group. So for us, still the mainstream audience will be it's always our target audience, especially the local people. I mean, not Chinese, not overseas students, because our films, I would say all of our films, they've already watched from the other channels. So it will be English people or European. And today, the industry people in particular, I would say we want to invite more and more people from industry to see these films, so they can understand more about today's Chinese filmmaking and the market there.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So thank you, Xiaoxiao.